everybody, and welcome to the weekly scopes from the 26th of March right up until the 1st of April. So first at 7:49 a.m. the moon enters out of bounds. So this means that its declination falls outside the normal boundaries of the sun's declination. This can happen for a few days every month and is relatively rare when it happens. When the moon is out of bound, it means that it is moving higher or lower in the sky than it normally would. So to astrologers, this means that the moon is, uninhibited by the sun because it's out of its sort of zone, so to speak, and it reminds us to act outside the constraints of our comfort zones and other people's expectations. If you want to know more about what the moon out of bounds means, it's in the playlist, so you can check it out and listen to it there. Also today, transit Mars is in a semi-square aspect to Uranus, and this can bring about a lot of inner tension and stress that may result in potential arguments and conflicts. This transit can create a sense of impulsiveness, accident proneness, so you should be very careful when travelling, driving or working around machinery or other volatile materials. So today you may find that it's necessary to be patient and not react impulsively to situations that arise due to the influence of this transit. People can be quick to anger, so this can cause sudden aggression, and this can just lead to disagreements and not respecting other people's opinions and stuff like that. It is advisable to focus on staying calm and centered in your own self to avoid any negative outcomes, even if this means walking away. The best way to deal with this transit is to focus on maintaining the balance and being patient with yourself and others to avoid unwanted consequences. Also today, daylight saving time starts in the UK and Europe at 1 a.m. in the UK. So this means that the clocks go forward, so we get an hour more sunlight, and also marking the beginning of, not the actual beginning of spring, that was the spring equinox, but just confirming that spring is now here and we're going to be moving into those summer months as well. So on the 27th of March, the moon void, of course, starts at 11:58. This is the time when astrologers say that if you feel affected, you should put off things. Then at 11:56 p.m. at night, the moon enters Gemini. So on the positive side, the transit moon in Gemini can enhance your communication skills and encourage you to connect with others on a deeper level. It can also bring about a sense of curiosity and a desire to learn and explore new ideas, ways of thinking and being. People may feel more flexible, allowing them to adjust easily to whatever comes up today. However, potentially people may struggle due to indecisiveness or have difficulty focusing on one task, or just gossiping and wasting and being superficial, because the Gemini moon is highly adaptable, and this means we can become easily distracted and changing our ideas and saying one thing and meaning the next. And some people may just stir up trouble just to have a bit of fun, they may be bored or whatever. And all in all, this energy can make it difficult for us to stay on track and commit to one single way of thinking, but this can be a good thing for learning new things and being open to new people and ideas. So also on the 27th of March, transiting Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini, will also be semi-squared to Saturn, which is ruled by, it rules Capricorn and Cole rules Aquarius. That's what I was going to say. So this energy can bring serious and realistic thinking, but also watch out because we can become narrow-minded because of this, and pessimistic as well. Even though the moon in Gemini is encouraging us to be open-minded, this influence can mean that we were not. So, miscommunications, delays, especially in transporting and important emails and other news that you may be waiting for, is also could happen as well. Mercury will also conjunct with Jupiter, so again this encourages the positive side of Gemini energy, which is optimistic thinking, good judgment and effortless communication, so supporting making or open to new ideas and communicating easier with others. So it's kind of like a yin and yang. It's up to you which of these energies you go into, whether you use the Mercury semi-square Saturn, which can, cause difficulties, or the Mercury conjunct Jupiter that allows us to broaden our mind and overall perspective. Also, Mercury's conjunction with Jupiter allows us to make important decisions and take advantage of any opportunities that come our way. But watch out, because some of you may become overconfident, overlooking important details, becoming more lazy in your thinking and just taking things for granted. So although these transits have both pros and cons, the best use of them would be to, use good judgment, avoid carelessness and focus on practical thinking while also being open-minded. On the 28th of March, Mars makes a trine to Saturn, so this indicates that it's a good time to focus on hard work, complete new tasks. With this aspect, individuals may find themselves unfazed by working long hours or any demands, just like going through it like a trooper, giving us a chance to have a stronger willpower, be more determined, and the power of endurance to complete our goals or to get through any limitations that come up today. The key to making the most of this transit is prioritising tasks that require discipline, hard work and perseverance. Using this energy strategically enables us to accomplish our goals in both personal, creative or professional settings. While this transit provides many benefits, it's also important to remember not to overdo it, because this Mars trine Saturn can just make us think we can do everything in the world. And yes, us humans often can do more than what we think is possible, but we need to avoid burnout. So make sure that you balance work with self-care during this time as well. On the 29th of March, the moon's North Node goes stationary retrograde at 3:24 a.m. So when the moon's North Node is stationary retrograde, it means that it appears to be moving backwards in the sky. So this is a powerful time to reflect on our past experiences and how they have shaped our current paths. During this time, we may feel a strong sense of nostalgia or desire to revisit old memories. So it's essential to take time and reflect on our past and those experiences to learn from them, rather than dwelling on mistakes or get lost in repeating our past. But going backwards into ourselves, whether it be looking at a memory, calling an old friend or checking old emails and stuff, could provide valuable insights into your current situation. So yeah, at 3:33 a.m. there is a first quarter moon, so the moon enters its first quarter moon phase. So this is a support in starting new projects or tasks, giving us the motivation and drive to take action to move forward with our plans. It can also be a good time to set goals and create plans to achieve them. Negatively though, during the first quarter moon, there can also be a rise in tension and conflict, both internally and externally. So the energy of the moon is pushing us to take action and move forward, but we may also feel frustrated or blocked by external factors. Also today on the 29th of March, there are two transits. The first is Venus making a conjunction to Uranus. So this is a unique opportunity for exciting and unexpected events in love, and it can also make us feel more emotionally excitable, which can be a good thing. Some of us may gain or use our flair of seduction, encouraging sudden attractions or experiences that can arouse our passions. However, unstable relationships can be tested during this time because of this, seductive sort of energy. So breakups, temporary or long-term, may occur for some of you because of this transit. So just watch out for that. Try not to cross any boundaries or anything like that, while also embracing your sensual and creative side in healthier ways and without crossing others' boundaries. On a positive note, as I said, this increases artistic expression, showcasing any original work. So this is a good energy to promote yourself with. If you've been working on a, like a podcast or a blog or anything like that, or going for that career promotion, it's a good time to get yourself out there. So if you approach this transit with an open mind and a willingness to embrace the unexpected, especially in terms of love, hookups and all relationships during this time, this can be a good influence. Also today, Venus is making a semi-square with Mars. So, there's a lot of unpredictable Venus energy in the sky today. And so, again, it shows us that, there can be unpredictable emotions and passions. So 2 transits amplifying this energy, just giving us the heads up to watch out for that. And the fact that, again, acts of cheating and violence and the tendency to come on too strongly in love can also happen. It can be a sort of warlike kind of energy where people may get thrilled out of upsetting others or just flirting for the sake of it, not intentionally to lead somebody on, but they're getting a kick out of it. So just watch that what you say is what you say, because someone could take you seriously, and at the worst you don't want to end up with a stalkery sort of energy. And also pay attention to any red flags that come up today as well. So all in all, just watch out, because these energies are really impulsive. But also, the best use of this energy is to use it for good, for positivity, such as going, pushing through, especially if you've been feeling stuck in any creative or any project. Also speaking your truth as well. You may not get the answer that you want, but taking a risk, and if you do have feelings for someone today and telling them that you do, can also lead to positive or negative consequences. So the key is to be aware of your emotions and use this transit as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. On the 30th of March, the moon void, of course, starts at 7:30. The moon also enters Cancer at 11:46 a.m. So when the moon is in Cancer, emotions can run high, because Cancer is, a water sign, and it's associated with the depths of our feelings. When the moon is in Cancer, we can expect to feel more sensitive, intuitive, and nurturing to ourselves and others. This is a time when we feel more connected, or can feel more connected to our home or our inner selves, and more likely to seek comfort and security within other people or things, or, as I said, within ourselves. One of the most significant cons of the transiting moon in Cancer is the potential to trigger emotional outbursts and being hypersensitive to criticism or rejection. This is because Cancer is a water sign that's ruled by the moon, which governs our emotional nature and instincts. As a result, our feelings can become more intense and unmanageable during this transit, leading to mood swings, or crying, or just getting overwhelmed and overreactions to other people's words and things that they do, their actions and behaviours and stuff. If you want to know more about the moon in Cancer anyway, check out the playlist, and there's a lot more about it there. On the 31st of March, Mercury enters Aries at 10:25 a.m. Mercury transiting in Aries signifies a time of assertiveness, impulsiveness, and quick decision making. Mercury is a tiny planet that rules over communication, thinking, decision making, and technology, while Aries represents passion, courage, and impulsivity. When Mercury transits in Aries, it marks a time of high energy and impulsiveness. People who are influenced by this transit are more assertive, competitive, and quick to make decisions without thinking about the consequences. This can be a time of new beginnings that requires us to take bold action and act with some speed and urgency, but without being impulsive with it. And this energy of Mercury in Aries emphasizes the focus on achieving goals and making progress in all the different areas of our life that we pay our attention to at the moment, basically urging us to take quick and decisive action. For hookups, this transit may create an energetic atmosphere of passion and desire, but it's important to remain mindful of impulsivity, which is the key word for Aries energy, and move forward with intentionality to avoid heartbreak. In love, it can bring about a powerful attraction between people and their desire to act upon it. This transit may prompt us to express our true feelings and desires more confidently, which can lead to exciting new romantic connections for some of you. For career, it signifies a fast-paced work environment, so you can be going for promotions, taking on new projects, looking for opportunities to make progress. This energy encourages us to develop new skills and take the lead in our work, skill training and stuff like that can help us gain more professional growth and recognition. For education, it implies the need to learning new things, having new experiences and exploring new intellectual, technological, scientific, philosophical or spiritual horizons. For spiritual and personal development, it asks us to, be more assertive and take the initiative in pursuing our goals and embracing our passion and our creativity in healthy ways. This transit can be a time for exploring and discovering our inner truth and values and becoming more self-aware and being more mindful of our thoughts and words. So Mercury in Aries gives us that chance to be more enthusiastic, take more decisive action in bringing changes about in our life. Now I'm going to go into a bit more depth what Mercury in Aries means for all the different areas of our lives, such as our romantic relationship, spiritual development, education and stuff like that. So in terms of love and hookup, as I said, it can be an intense and passionate time. However, it can also lead to impulsive actions and arguments because people may feel a strong urge to take risks in their relationships, which can lead to positive and negative outcomes. Generally, the transit in Mercury in Aries signifies a time of passion, courage and being spontaneous, which can both have positive and negative effects depending on how it's channeled. The best way forward is careful communication and honesty to avoid disappointment, misunderstandings and heartbreak. So, you may want to think about turning a hookup scenario into a more of a committed one, and you could be quite aggressive in going for this, but the other partner or partners involved may not want this. So just be careful because you may really try and set this temporary sort of situation into a permanent one, and this can just lead to arguments and more trouble than what it's worth. So just the best use of this energy, as I said, is just to be honest about your feelings, but allow anyone else involved in the situation to be honest as well. In terms of career, Mercury transiting in Aries brings us those new beginnings, allows us to take risks and initiate change, and it's an ideal time for job seekers to start new projects, take bold initiatives and capitalise on their skills to achieve their goals, because this transit sparks creativity and innovative ideas, propelling us towards success if we act. So the key thing is if we act on these ideas, and sometimes, we fear getting out of our comfort zone and taking risks and thinking outside the box, but this energy can give us the sense of urgency and make us have the courage to take that bold actions to finally get what we want. But watch out for being too aggressive, because this can lead to conflict with bosses or co-workers and stuff like that, and may lead to you making hasty decisions like quitting your job before you actually have something else lined up, which can get you in trouble with, paying your financial obligations and stuff like that. So all in all, Mercury transiting in Aries is a good time for professional growth, exploration and taking the necessary steps to achieve your desired career goals. But it's important to make sure you just don't act for the sake of it, just like, I want to do this, I want to do that. You have to take productive steps and sort of have like a plan, even though you can just be motivated to just do things quickly. It's best to take time in some respects while also being focused on moving yourself forward out of your comfort zone. In terms of education, so if you're at school, university, or if you're doing any personal courses yourself, this allows you to tackle challenging work, things that you've been trying to learn for a while and may not be grasping. This energy gives you the sort of like impetus to move forward and become more determined in your academic or other studies to finally, gain that, to continue, that sort of academic or any other sort of like success. Of course, this drive alone does not guarantee success, but it can be an invaluable asset when it comes to achieving your education or any other goals, or, with your creative projects and stuff. So by setting clear objectives and maintaining a rigorous pace, those pursuing an educational or any other sort of goal at this time may be more successful and find find themselves going beyond their own expectations if they just go for it and take those risks. In terms of spirituality, Mercury in Aries can have a powerful karmic meaning, allowing us to have more belief in ourselves and our actions, be more assertive and independent and confident, allowing us to pursue our creative or spiritual passions and express our true selves. Again, it's important to be mindful of not going at it aggressively, neglecting the other areas of our lives like our relationship, our career and personal development as well. But all in all, this energy in terms of spiritual development can be very transformative, especially in our intellect for some of us, thinking of or changing the way that we think about things on the spiritual higher consciousness levels, allowing us to take more risks with our beliefs and exploring new avenues and embracing change in various aspects of our lives. On the personal development front, you may find yourself focusing on individuality, independence, and taking charge of your life. The overall vibe of Aquarius energy, which is ruled by Mars and some say co-ruled by Pluto, is having, the tenacity, is being assertive, having the tenacity, standing firm in your own convictions and what you believe in, despite what other people say. So again, this gives us the courage and determination to pursue our own interests and goals, and we can use that to start new ventures or continue the work that we've already started and becoming self-employed, or doing that podcast, that blog, or writing that book, or playing that instrument, or doing anything else that you have been working on, or finally starting the things that you've been putting off on the personal development level. So to make the most of this Mercury in Aries energy, it's crucial to balance the fiery energy of Aries with the strategic planning and the consideration of consequences that is provided by Mercury. So transiting Mercury in Aries is a time of intense energy and potential, but requires careful balance and consideration for, the best results. Because, as I said, impulsivity, restlessness, and the need just to go ahead, break other people's boundaries and misuse your sexual creation energy is also, sort of like big. So you may drain yourself by engaging in too much hookups, or becoming balanced by just focusing on one area of your life, like your social life, and neglecting your work life, or focusing on your spiritual life and neglecting sort of like your career and stuff. So balance is key here, and to avoid conflicts and misunderstandings, don't be impatient, listen to other people's side and what they're saying, and respect other people's boundaries as well, and be mindful and open to new opportunities for growth and learning. That's the best use of this Mercury in Aries transit. On the 1st of April, the moon void of course starts at 2:25 p.m. Also today, Mars makes a sextile to the moon's north node, so this transit can bring about a surge of energy and a motivation to pursue our goals and ambitions, and it allows us to take bold actions and make progress towards our long-term objectives, so supporting that Mercury in Aries energy. This transit can also enhance our personal magnetism, our energy of attracting things to us, giving us the vibe to just have our focus, attention, and influence others to support our projects and needs. So it's a good energy again to pitch your ideas and to support yourself, and just use it to, maybe cooperate and work with other people as well. But negatively, this energy can also be impulsive and aggressive, leading to conflict and impatience. So it's important to consider the potential consequences of our actions. And again, this week has been a very warning of us not to be impulsive. So that's the warning of this week. Don't be impulsive, gather the facts, respect others' boundaries, don't let other people walk over you. So yeah, in regards to Mars making a sextile to the moon's north node on the 1st of April, the best use of this energy strategically and intentionally make progress towards manifesting your goals and focusing on positive outcomes to overcome those sort of like challenges that always come in life. So yeah, that was the weekly scopes from the 26th of March right up until the 1st of April.